Welcome back to AnimeIRL, where today we are playing Anime Hot Takes.
Nanami's death was justified.
Frieza isn't racist, he's a galactic businessman.
The rumbling was 100% justified.
I'm not doing that.
What does it say?
Ram is hot.
Richard, I don't know why you would write that. You were trying to catch one of us up, weren't you?
Hi, I'm Nick.
I'm Jet.
I'm Auxillery.
I'm Danny. I'm Ryan.
Vader.
Kela.
I'm Stephanie.
The power of friendship is just peer pressure. And it's unhealthy to promote it in anime.
Fuck friends.
All Sasuke wanted to do was just chill and leave the village, man. He could have just gone to Zimbabwe, become a farmer, and had a great life, dude.
As one dreams about doing.
I mean, all of the hassle that he was pulled into because Naruto wanted to be his friend.
What differentiates humans from animals, Steven? Is it thumbs? No, it's the indomitable human spirit, Steven. Through friendship, love, and perseverance, we can change our fate, and we can make the world a better place. And by moving to Zimbabwe and becoming a farmer, Steven, that does nothing to make the world a better place.
Wait, Zimbabwe farmers are typing.
Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation is a flawless anime with nothing wrong with it.
That baby's an adult, actually.
Okay, what is Mushoku Tensei about it at its core? The main character, his whole thing is that he hated his life and he hated who he was, and because of that he shut himself out from the world, but now he doesn't have a choice except to participate in the world and rediscover who he is. Mushoku Tensei is not about magic, it is about discovering the core of your spirit and who you are as a person and being okay with yourself.
You know what's really magic? A reincarnated middle-aged man sleeping with a teen.
It's kind of hard to argue that.
So yeah, there's some flaws. All right, there's some flaws, man.
Are you sure?
I'm positive, Daniel.
Why can't we look past it?
I don't think you can get past that.
We're not getting past that, babe.
Pokemon battling is no different than dogfighting.
When you watch Pokemon, the Pokemon chooses.
No, I choose you is actually the quote.
I think it's a consensual and mutual exchange. I think the Pokemon, if they don't willingly want to fight, I mean, they visibly weaken themselves. They choose each other, and I think Pikachu lives to serve Ash.
To catch a Pokemon, don't you have to battle it with a Pokemon or throw the ball at it that captures it, right? Because it doesn't willingly go into the Pokeball.
Did you also know that Pokemon can refuse to fight too? Like I said, they visibly weaken themselves, and if they don't want to fight,
And what do you think happens? They just...
I mean...
So if they don't fight, you're gonna throw another Pokemon out. So hey, if you don't want to fight this battle, Kela, I'm gonna make Oxy fight it. She's gonna get fucked. How do you feel about that?
So you're putting Oxy in a dogfight?
Yes.
Dub is the top tier way to enjoy an anime. Well, first off, anime, the characters that are written, some of them aren't even meant to be from any specific nationality. It's meant to be enjoyed from people all over. So if there is a dub in your language, I feel like people should be able to enjoy it in Spanish and English. I think it's a bit of elitism when you're like, oh, you have to watch it in sub, you have to watch it in sub. Because also, what if someone is like hard of is deaf or blind, I mean, sorry. What if they can't read the subtitles, you know? Like, dub is also helpful for people. But they're hearing it, guys, they're hearing it.
Hey, her point on accessibility is important.
You're not real if you watch dub. It's that simple.
It's just sounding like elitism over here.
What, can you not read?
I definitely can read, yeah. There's probably some blind people that can't read, so they can't watch the anime. They should be able to hear it and enjoy the story.
Braille.
When you can find a TV with Braille, then that works. Feel the TV.
Anime fans understand stories and endings better than manga readers. Have you ever read a manga and you do one of those binges where you read the whole thing, you know, in one night? You read 80 chapters. 2 days later, you're trying to think back to 40 chapters, you know, before that you had caught up to. You can't even remember what was going on. Sometimes the art gets so clustered, the lines become ambiguous, everything kind of blends together because it's all black and white. It's really hard to discern and contrast. When I read Chainsaw Man right now, half the time I don't know what the fuck is going on. When you actually watch the show and you have all of these different contrasting, you know, pre-composed scenes that are completely thought out, they make it and design it in a way that's to be cohesive for the viewer.
A really good example is obviously One Piece, because there's a lot of fan service that is actually changed in the animation. Or another example is in Naruto, we have Sakura purposely being nerfed by the animators, and this has been said by the creator. So even though in the manga, Sakura is a great character.
Like, people who read JJK do not understand Jujutsu Kaisen at all. Jujutsu Kaisen manga readers are dumb and don't understand character tropes in women.
Frieza isn't racist, he's a galactic businessman. What do we think of when we think of Frieza? We think of the Frieza Force. We think of the Empire. How complicated of a machine must have he built with all these employees, these subsections, these different strike forces, this wonderful business that he's created. Does he call people bad names? Sure, but he does that to everybody. He doesn't single out the Yardratians or the Saiyans or the Tuffles. He hates them all equally. It's not a singular race. He just hates everyone.
Let's just start off by saying in the Broly movie, Frieza's first line, and I quote, "Hello monkeys."
The anime community would collapse without nostalgia. What we have now only exists because of our history. And if it started maybe 10 years ago and everything, anime finally comes to the US or something like that, like what came out 10 years ago that was as groundbreaking as something like Gundam, Sailor Moon, all that stuff.
Anime is so powerful, a powerful art medium at its core, including manga, that it would still find its way to reach audiences across the globe. If One Piece didn't exist, well then maybe, you know, let's look at Attack on Titan. Like, yes, it's inspired by these big three, but if these big three didn't exist or all these past anime didn't exist, these artists would still find a way to create because that's how powerful this art medium is. The rumbling was 100% justified. Sometimes violence is okay.
Whoa!
Sometimes violence is fine because you know what? These people were oppressed for so long and you just push and push people to a certain point. People are gonna retaliate and you know, maybe it wasn't the most ethical thing to do, but at the end of the day, Eren, he just wanted to balance out the scales. You know, yes,
I mean, did you see that final part of the anime where those two Marleyan children were trying to pick up their spare change and they were just brothers and they were scared. They didn't know what's going on. They were born into this system that they didn't choose, and that's so unfortunate. But like, I just don't understand. I can't wrap around like.
But then indoctrination still makes these people dangerous to the people that Eren is trying to defend. It's self-defense if you think about it.
Eradicating an entire population of people.
No, we're not talking about if it was right or wrong. We're talking about, is it justified? He wasn't like, I'm gonna wake up today and kill all these people. He had years and years of suffering and abuse and racism on the other people's end, and that is why the rumbling happened. The rumbling would not have happened if it weren't for this oppression of his people.
I will also say, Eren Yeager did nothing wrong. He is so fine. I would follow this man till the end of the world. One Piece can never be considered a top anime solely due to its awful pacing. I agree. One Piece definitely has too much filler. That's why we have One Piece. That's why we have the live action One Piece doing a great job. And that's why One Piece is being reanimated to current day.
I think, you know, slow sometimes is good, even if it's too slow. You feel me? I think that One Piece being so slow can make you pay attention specifically to the characters, to their motivation, to the moments, to the tears, you feel me? Who needs One Piece? You have One Piece, you feel me? So
listen, I tried watching One Piece around the Big Ma arc, and I remember 75% of the episode was a recap, and I'm like, wow, that's stupid.
What if you know you missed the last episode? Guess what? This episode.
You gotta watch it again.
Fan service is actually good, you're just uptight. Humans are animals. Sex is a natural thing. It's a part of life. So depicting that in media isn't inherently wrong. Art mirrors life.
Right.
Media is art, right?
Right, but I don't think it's
may I?
fan service.
May I?
Oh, so we
May
can
I?
interrupt now, I see.
Never.
Continue.
These are your rules. I just follow them.
Oh, right.
So yeah, as I was.
Am I interrupting?
She did this again. Fuck.
So fan service is cool and all, there's a time and place for sexiness, but sometimes there are characters that are very young and there's no need for jiggle physics in those animes. Has nothing to do with furthering the plot. At what point are we going a little too far with the bodily proportions, you know? Big fan of One Piece. It's a little unrealistic. We don't need the fan service all the time, but I do agree with you to some extent.
Agree with me where? I didn't even get to finish my thing.
Here, we'll give you 15 seconds.
Shut up, Oxy. God. Comments. Rate in the Oxy. Rate in the comments.
Rate the Oxy.
Yeah, rate Oxy.
Gear 5 is a bad transformation.
Let's talk about anime transformation, and Gear 5 is actually one of the worst. We have Dragon Ball with Goku. Goku's just killing it. I feel like Gear 5 was just a little bit too rushed. I feel like there's just better transformations out there.
The animation was fire.
Mappa cooked.
There was like 2 weeks where you could not go anywhere on YouTube without seeing content about Gear 5.
And the ratings are so good on it.
Nanami's death was justified. I can agree with this. I mean, that man worked overtime. He was tired. He just wanted vacation. And if it was a permanent vacation, that's okay. I'm just gonna say boy was overworked.
So Nanami's death wasn't justified. And the reason he wasn't justified is because I think that Nanami's role is similar to Jiraiya's role, where he does tell the hero how to deal with his pain. He as a teacher should have been held longer, especially since Gojo's imprisonment came all of a sudden, and then we just have Yuji in a very lost and painful moment. And
even though I can argue that Yuji is a powerful, sorcerer, I do think that he was kind of reliant on Gojo and Nanami in terms of training and shadowing and stuff. So I do think that Nanami basically going on permanent vacation was completely validating for Yuji, to see damn, I'm on my own and I really need to lock in. So that's what I like to say.
Rock Lee follows the philosophy of the anime more than any other character, but only gets punished for it. At the end of the day, I feel like Naruto's a very deep story, but it can come down to chasing your dreams, never giving up, working hard, right? Rock Lee is literally the character who embodies that the absolute most, to the point where even when he loses, he's in hospital rooms doing push-ups with one arm.
Y'all don't know Asian parents. Rock Lee did not work hard enough. My guy could do 10 times more by the time he was 9. Rock Lee could have done more weights, more times, faster. And you know what? If Rock Lee worked harder, he would have become Hokage by episode 100.
Let's go, let's go!
I don't think Rock Lee wanted to become Hokage. You feel me? Ultimately, I just think Rock Lee wanted to be a formidable ninja, a strong ninja. When Rock Lee first met Sasuke, guess what happened? Sasuke's chin touched the ceiling. He literally showed out. Yeah, he lost a Gaara. Gaara's a Jinchuriki. He has a demon inside of him. I mean, we didn't even know what he was capable of until he fought Sasuke, and Sasuke didn't get the win either.
Gaara had that tail beast inside him, but Rock Lee could have had that dog in him, and he did it. He could have worked harder. He had 2 weights. Why didn't he wear 4?
Okay, so he don't got that dog in him, right? So when Gaara literally snapped his arm and his leg, when the fight was presumed to be over, when everyone looked back, who was still standing up unconscious? Rock Lee, standing on business. Big dog in him, stop it.
He need more milk.
He has all the milk in the world. He's standing on a broken leg. And that's called willpower. And that's what Rock Lee is.
Rock Lee broke 2 limbs when my guy broke his whole body. Not dedicated enough.
What? That's the sensei. Who's the student? The student's gonna be, come on, give us some time to cook.
When Rock Lee fought Gaara, he should have opened the 8 gates. All 8! Night Elephant, come on! If Rock Lee worked harder, he could have beat the Otsutskis.
The swing set in Naruto is a more well-developed character than Tenten. It's every episode. There's a flashback to him on the swing. Yeah, they never put it away.
They constantly push this idea that Naruto was segregated from the rest of the people and he was othered at all times. And they used it the swing set. Swing set was his only friend when he was growing up. You think Tenten was sitting there with weapon scrolls going, Naruto, what's wrong?
She was talking shit. She was pointing at him.
I saw Tenten more in the Naruto Ninja Storm ranked ladder than I ever saw him in the anime.
My Hero Academia would be better if Deku never got powers. On the back, it says Mineta should be the main character. Fuck you, man! So first and foremost, this show wouldn't exist. Now, Deku, I think if he never got powers, it would be a more accurate depiction of those who are powerless in the world. Now, it might not be your standard anime, but it would be a real anime. As much as Deku kind of sucks, I don't like him personality-wise, his growth was great. He ends up sucking less, but it kind of got tired, right? I'm gonna break all my bones! I get it. But that said, despite my opinion of him as a little baby, the fight scenes rocked. He did some cool shit. I feel like we're not even watching the same show. Deku, you know what? Beyblade.
3, 2, 1, let it rip. This is bullshit.